Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you guys for being here today. How excited are you to become a web leader?
Very.
Okay, I can tell. Let's get you a little more excited than you are right now. So we're gonna do a little activity to get you started. Are you ready? Okay, I need you to put your hands out like this. And when I say go, we're gonna clap our hands like this. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 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 All right, you guys are good at this. All right, you ready for another challenge? Okay, welcome guys. Come on in, have a seat. All right, now, when my hand crosses this hand, that's your brain signal for go. What are you going to do when you hear go? You're going to clap. Ready? Let's practice. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. All right, you guys are good at this. Are you ready? All right, remember, right here, not here, not here, but right here. Are we ready? Okay, here we go. Ooh, not bad, not bad. Let's try it again. Ready? And, ooh, okay. Ready? One more time. All right, now I'm going to add a little challenge to it. Are you ready for a little more challenge? Here we go. Remember, when my hand crosses here, clap. Ready? Ooh, we were a little off there. Let's try it again. Ready? Oh, threw a little. Okay. We're going to try this again. One more time. Ready? Really get it. When it crosses right here, that's when I need you to clap. You guys ready? Oh, so close. We were so close. Okay, one more time. I know you can do this. You guys are a team. You want to be leaders next year? Leaders, get the job done. Are you ready? I think we got it. I think that was pretty close. Most of you guys were clapping. Give yourself a big round of applause. Good job, guys. Good job. I saw you laughing. I saw you smiling. This is the kind of activity we're going to be doing at Davis as a web leader. These are the kinds of team building activities that we are going to learn as leaders, and then we are going to use to teach our 7th graders and make them feel more comfortable here at Davis. And that's what it means to be a web leader. That's one of the things that we're going to do. Make sure 7th graders feel comfortable. Now, how do we do that? How do we make 7th graders feel comfortable at Davis? You're going to be big, scary 9th graders. They're going to be walking into a school for the first time. What are they going to expect? Well, day 1, we have a big orientation. We're going to bring every single 7th grader into the gym, and we are going to have an amazing pep assembly for about 4 hours. It's going to be the greatest show you've ever seen. And you guys, if you become web leaders, will all play a very important role. You will all be up on the gym floor with me, participating in different activities, making all those kids think Davis is the best place to be. So that's going to be your first job. Your second job is going to be to follow up and meet your 7th graders throughout the year. And social follow-ups, little things, have little moments, have little contact moments, like say, Kevin, web leader Kevin, he's got Joe Smith on his team, and he sees Joe Smith in the hallway, and he's like, Joe, what's going on, man? How you doing? Contact made, perfect, okay? Renee, web leader. No, she's got little Susie Q on her team. She's texting her at night. Hey, Susie, how'd you do on that math test? Susie's like, I got 100%. Renee's like, all right, woo, way to go. Contact made. It's all about a little bit of social contact. That's one. The second thing you're going to need to do as a web leader is be ready to help assist them academically. They're going to look to you for things like, how do I study? How do I do well on tests? How do I do well on quizzes? How do I keep myself organized? Questions that you probably had as a 7th grader and might not have had anybody to ask. So we're going to expect you to kind of help out there too as well with the academic. And then the other part is the behavioral part. And that's kind of like where you're going to show them the expectations of what it means to behave in the classroom and how they should walk through the hallway and what's expected of them in the cafeteria, the lunchroom, and on the buses. You guys are role models, and you're going to live up to that by showing them how to behave here at Davis. Okay? Think of yourself like a big brother or a big sister to this group. You're going to show them the ropes. You're going to show them how things are done. Now, how do we apply to become a web leader? Well, how many of you already got an application? Raise your hand. Okay, Renee's going to get one right now. Boom. Okay, that's step 1. Step 2, complete the application. All you need to tell me is your name, your email, your current class schedule, and then there's a little bit of writing you got to do on the bottom where you're going to basically explain why you want to be a web leader and what it means to you, and what are some things you might have run into as a 7th grader. Yes, Vlad?
Can I turn mine in later?
Yes, you certainly can. If you have a completed one, you may turn it into me at any time. Now, who was being a leader and was following along and read and got their deadlines in order? Who knows when the application is due? Who's a leader? Who knows when the application is going to be due? Vlad?
Wasn't it yesterday at 3:30?
No, was not yesterday at 3:30. That wouldn't be fair. I just handed them out to you. It's May 20th at 3:30. So you have a month, ladies and gentlemen. You have a month still to turn it in. A little less than a month, actually. But that's all right. We're pretty close. So you still have a month to turn it in. Now, how will I know if I've been accepted into the program? Well, once you turn in those applications, a couple days are going to go by and you're going to get a letter. And that letter is either going to be welcoming you into the program, or that letter is going to be letting you know that all the spots on the team have been filled. However, you're on the waiting list. And the waiting list is exactly what it sounds like. If something were to happen to one of the members of the team and they're no longer able to be a web leader, you get to move up into their spot. So just because you don't make it doesn't mean you haven't made it. It just means you might have to wait. Okay? So hopefully everybody will get a chance to be on the team, but I can't promise that because we only have room for 50. There's only 50 spots available and we're expecting about 120 applications. So if that sounds like something you want to do, then really think about how you respond to that essay question, because that could be the difference between becoming a web leader and being on the waiting list. Okay, so think about that as well. All right, now I'm going to take some questions and then we're going to end with a quick little perspective activity. So what questions do you have for me about the program? Eva.
Can you be in the web program if you're an MST or CSI?
That is a really good question, and that is one that I'm still thinking about, because being an MST and CSI is a huge time commitment, and we need you to be a part of the day-to-day goings-ons at Davis, so I'm not sure yet. I hate to say no right now, so let me get back to you on that. Let me think about that some more and get back to you, okay? Yes, Vlad?
So you're doing like after-school activities like sports or something?
Yes.
Oh, would that get in the way?
You know what, we understand that after-school activities are important. We know that you guys have commitments, the things that you want to do with your time after school, football, track, all these kinds of sports. And so we, in the web program, don't want you to feel like you have to give everything up. Most of your time is going to be spent in class or outside of class when you're making those little informal contacts with your web kids. So things like texting them, does that take a lot of time to do? Maybe giving them a quick phone call or sending them an email. That doesn't take a lot of time. So no, after-school activities shouldn't impact your performance here at web. Okay. Yes, Vlad?
And do you have to like hang out with them maybe sometime after school?
We're going to encourage you to do what feels right for you, because here's what's going to happen. Let's say web leader Val is picked, or Vlad is picked, and he's paired up with web leader Eva. What's going to happen is you two will have about 8 to 10 7th graders that you're going to be responsible for. And now it's up to you how you want to make those social contacts. I have heard of people in the past who got to know their 7th graders really well, and they would do fun things. They would have get-togethers at each other's houses. They would go to the movies together. They would do fun things. Other groups just text each other or call each other or email each other. Some just talk to each other in school, and that's okay as well. We're going to set up all kinds of social events as well that you guys will be invited to come to with your web kids. So for example, like when we have our first 7th grade dance of the year, guess who gets to come? That's right, my 9th grade web leaders. So it'll be a 7th grade only, except for my 9th grade web leaders. You guys will be there too, encouraging 7th graders, showing them that it's okay to have fun and it's okay to be goofy and silly. I'll be there too, and I'll do my best Macarena or whatever it is you need me to do to break the ice. But we're gonna have a lot of fun, and we're gonna show you some games and activities and other ideas to kind of help break the ice as well. Josh, question?
So there's going to be more than one web leader?
Yes, yes. I'm anticipating 250 incoming 7th graders, which means we're gonna need about 50 web leaders. And it's most likely gonna be about 25 girls and 25 boys. So that's kind of where we're at right now, because when you get paired up one boy to one girl as a web leader team to your 7th and 8th, or to your 7th graders, your 8 to 10 7th graders. Okay, does that answer that question? Good. Any other questions? Alyssa?
What would we do for like the web leader training? Because it says on the first.
I'm glad you asked. I am going to need a kind of a serious time commitment from you in August. I don't have the exact time or date yet because we're waiting to hear from Mr. Shepard, our principal, because there's a lot of construction going on this year around the building during the summer. So basically, I'm going to need 2 days from you, 4 hours each day for training. And that's probably going to be late August, really soon before the school year starts. And then you're going to need to give me another 4 hours for the actual orientation, the actual ceremony where we bring all the 7th graders in. Okay? As soon as I get those dates, I will get them out to everybody who is interested in the program. Now, what might happen? Alyssa, do you mind if I use you as an example? Let's say Alyssa becomes a web leader. Congratulations, web leader Alyssa. Woo! But then the dates come out in August, and she realizes, uh-oh, I can't. I've got to go to band camp that week. Okay? What should Alyssa do in this situation? What should she do? What would a leader do? What would a true leader do? Absolutely. That was great. Did you guys all hear that? She said give up her spot to someone else. That's probably the hardest lesson a leader would have to learn, is knowing that I'm not fit for this for whatever reason, because I can't commit to the time, I can't commit to this, that, or the other thing. And that is huge. So I would appreciate that. So that may happen, and that's why we create the waiting list. That somebody else, hey, I can make that time commitment. Alyssa can't. Alyssa, we appreciate it. We're going to make a switch, okay? Now, I'm not saying that would happen to you specifically, but just for example. It might, yeah, I know. We're trying to work around as many of these after-school activities and summer programs as possible. So please be patient, and I'll get that date to you soon. Nate, question?
I do know that ninth grade soccer tryouts are in August. I
Okay.
don't know when they are, but in August there's also a bunch of soccer practices.
Okay. Well, again, you gotta make those commitments. What is most important to you? And that's okay. A good leader decides for themselves and then stays true to their word. So if I agree to do softball or soccer or whatever, then I need to live up to that responsibility. And the web program will continue. We'll find some. So keep that in mind. Yes. Right.
Oh, I have a two-parter.
Yeah.
So how many hours a day do you have to like August, I believe? How many hours a day do you have to train?
If you look at the application, I'm gonna need 4 hours on day 1, 4 hours on day 2. And it's most likely gonna be like in the morning till around noon, and you can go home for lunch and you're done. Okay,
Wait.
we're gonna work around it and try to make it as comfortable for everybody as we can. Okay, so as soon as those dates become available, I will give them to everybody.
And where? Oh wait, sorry. And do you like get to pick your times, or it's like?
No, it's like summer camp. I'm gonna call you guys into the gym, and we're gonna have our activities. I'm gonna teach you a bunch of skills that you'll be required to then take with you to the orientation day, because that's when you're gonna meet your group for the first time, and you're gonna be so excited to see them, and you're gonna have so much to share with them, all because of those 2 training days that we spent together.
And would you be able to skip maybe like a day or two?
Nope, those are mandatory.
All
You
right.
need to be there for those 2 days. Okay? I mean, there's a lot I'm gonna be flexible with on, but the 2 mandatory training days, the orientation day, those are set in stone. We need you there on those days.
Okay.
Because what we're gonna do is gonna set the whole program in motion. And if you're not there to help us out, that leaves a big gap. And so we can't have any gaps. We gotta make sure we're all on the same page.
Okay.
Okay? All right, any other questions from anybody? Any other questions? These were all excellent questions. Okay. Well, you guys wanna wrap up with another little activity, kinda like the hand clap thing? I'm gonna do this with all the 7th graders as well, but this kinda helps you get an idea that everybody sees things differently, right? I see things differently than the way my friend Kevin and Nate and Miss Anisha sees things. We all see things differently. So, here's what I'm gonna ask you to do now. I want you to look up at the ceiling. Okay? Your head's gonna be in this position for a while, so just brace for, the blood flow. All right, so what I want you to do is I want you with your index finger, point up. And I want you to imagine there's a clock on the ceiling. You with me so far? So 12 would be kind of at the top, and then I want you to go to 3 with your finger, and then drop down to 6, and then drop back over to 9, and then go back to 12. Okay, let's do that again. Ready? 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9. Now you're just making a big circle, right? Okay, keep it going. 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9. Now, keep going, don't stop. Now I want you to slowly bring your finger down. Keep going in that same direction. 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9. Keep bringing your arm down. Keep bringing your arm down. Keep bringing it down. Keep going in the same direction until it's right around your waist. Now look. What do you notice about your finger? Look at your finger now. What do you notice? What do you notice? Anybody notice something? Is your finger still going in the same direction? Wait, let's do that again. Hold on a second. This is crazy. 12, 3, 6, 9. Okay. 12, 3, 6, 9. Don't stop that arm. Okay, hold on. Keep going. Now bring it down. Bring it down. Keep going in the same direction. 12, 3, 6, 9. 12. Don't stop. Don't change direction on me. I'm not changing direction on you. Look down at your finger. What the heck? It did it again. That's perspective, right? The way things looked here are not the way they look down here. Wow, that's weird. You go home, you try to figure